Yo, what is going on, Gamehouse? I am Germ here. Today we are back once again breaking down another off-meta pick, another hopefully fun strategy for you guys to try out. This one I think is actually a little bit underrated too. Today we're obviously talking about Gwen in the jungle. Now, Gwen jungle is something we've seen before. You know, since Gwen's come out, she's kind of been all over the place. She's been mostly a top laner, but we've seen her in the jungle. We've seen her in the mid lane. She's a champion that's very, very strong in the higher elos, borderline overpowered for most of her lifespan in professional play. But in solo queue, especially in the lower elos, it seems like she's always been a little bit on the weak side, which is interesting because, yeah, she's easy to punish. She's maybe a little bit hard to navigate, a little bit hard to pilot. But she scales into an absolute monster, which should really be overall pretty successful in the lower elos. Obviously in the lower elos your games are going a little bit longer, you know, you're getting to finish more items, you're having a chance to scale a little bit easier. So I think Gwen's actually an interesting champion. If you're somebody who likes Gwen but maybe you don't like top lane, or maybe you've been struggling in top lane a little bit or whatever, maybe Gwen jungle is the pick for you. So the summoner we're looking at today, this is TSM FTX Mia. This is actually TSM's started the season as TSM support, got sent down to Academy, but a support player, but off-rolled the jungle, and he decided to bust out the Gwen jungle, which is kind of strange, you know, for an off-rolled support player. It's not like Gwen's a support, and he's not a jungler, so why was he going with Gwen? I don't know. He must think it's at least pretty decent, because you can see his account's master, like 350 LP, and he's pulling it out. And if he thinks Gwen jungle is good enough to pull out master, then you can probably make it work in your games as well. He actually ends up winning this game, and he actually ends up doing pretty dang well. You can see his clear so far has just been pretty standard, pretty normal. He's going red buff up into Krugs. You know, just you got to start getting some levels. Gwen is a champion who in lane, every once in a while, you can get some early kills. You can get some like level 1, 2, 3 kills, especially level 1. I've seen Gwen, you know, do some disgusting stuff, just really surprising people with her damage. But in the jungle, obviously, you don't have a ton of gank set up in the early game. You don't have hard CC, nothing like that. So you're going to have to scale up a little bit. As far as the skill order, what he's doing on this early clear, he is starting out with a point in E, then he's going Q, Q, and then W, and then Q, maxing Q, maxing E, and then maxing W last. He's obviously putting a point in ult when he can. I don't know why it says QWE there, because you can see he's going QE, QERE. But yeah, so he continues to just kind of do a full clear. He's going for the wolves into the blue. He's obviously going to grab the Gromp after that. And yeah, like I said, Gwen is an interesting champion because she's mostly known for her top lane. And right now, if we look at Plat Plus, she is like a 48.5% win rate top laner. Not doing so good. 50th out of 57 ranked on U.GG. He actually goes to grab the crab too. You're going to want to make sure you have smite for that most likely, because obviously you're not going to be able to break the shield. And yeah, she's kind of struggling as a top laner, and as jungle, she doesn't have a great win rate. She's sitting at like a 46% win rate in the jungle right now. But it's not that much worse in top lane. And like I said, I think in some ways it could potentially be better, because yes, in the top lane, you will be getting more gold, you will be getting more XP, you will have some matchups that allow you to scale pretty safely, pretty easily, some matchups that won't be able to super take advantage of you, but Gwen definitely has some bad matchups in the top lane, especially in that longer lane. There are absolutely some people who can abuse her and really put her behind, really prevent her from ever even getting a chance to get to that really disgusting late game. You can see he goes bot there, he's able to pick up you know, some summoner spells and stuff. He didn't get the dodge, the untargetable on his W there, but it was almost, it was a close one. But still, you know, any jungler can go and make plays to lanes and get stuff done in the early game, even if they're not super strong. But yeah, obviously Gwen has some rough matchups in the top lane. She has some champions that really prevent her. You're kind of susceptible to ganks and stuff too if you get overextended. Obviously she has a dash, but you know, if you're at the other champion's tower, you're gonna be at risk of going down. And in the jungle, even though you're getting less gold, you're getting less XP and stuff overall, there is the possibility of you being able to scale up safer, scale up easier. You don't have somebody directly going face to face with you trying to, you know, prevent you from scaling, trying to shut you down. Now obviously some early game junglers are going to be up in your face. You're going to run into you know, some junglers that are trying to invade you, trying to shut you down, and then that will be hard to deal with. But once again, like I said, in some of these lower elos and stuff, you're going to be running into that a lot less often. You're going to have these chances to scale up for free. And then if you are able to get to 2, 3, 4 items safely, easily, even coming from the jungle, you're still going to be a monster. You're still going to be insane in those duels. You're still going to be insane in the team fights. You know, Gwen can like take towers super fast. You're going to get all the benefits of a normal Gwen. It might take a little bit longer. You might have a little bit less gold XP, whatever. And you can see so far her clear has been fine. You know, it's not super fast, probably a little bit slow, but it's not like unhealthy or anything like that. She has some AoE abilities. She has her attack speed buff in her E, I believe. So yeah, she's able to clear the camps and stuff okay. Mia is taking Smite and Flash in this game. Obviously in the top lane, Gwen will sometimes take like Ghost Ignite, so sometimes take Ghost TP. She doesn't always take Flash, but in the jungle, Flash actually does have the highest win rate. There are some people taking Smite Exhaust. There are some people taking Smite Ghost. But I probably would recommend taking Smite Flash. Again, if you get into those sticky situations, it's going to be good to, you know, keep you alive, let you keep scaling up. And I don't think Ghost is necessarily like all that great. I think Exhaust could be okay too, but I would probably stick for the Smite and Flash. Then we have the runes to get into. Obviously, the runes are important. You want to make sure you're going into the game with the correct runes. So it seems like in the solo lanes, Conqueror Gwen is standard and it is the highest win rate. But in the jungle, Mia decides to take Lethal Tempo. And it's interesting because the stats actually back that up and do say that Lethal Tempo is the highest win rate and having the most success right now on Gwen in the jungle. This is Lethal Tempo with Triumph, with Legend Bloodline, and then Last Stand, I think that one is. Yeah, and Last Stand. And then he's going with Inspiration Secondary with Free Boots and Cosmic Insight. Obviously, Free Boots on all scaling champions is going to be so good if you're trying to scale up. You know, if you want to get more gold, more items, all that stuff, getting a free 300 gold from the boots is going to be great. They end up picking up a couple kills there in the bot lane. Obviously, Syndra shows up and kind of rains on their parade a little bit, but they get their Riven roaming down as well, and they're going to get the flash out of the Syndra, but they're still able to get the kill. So, you know, Gwen able to get some things done. But yeah, Free Boot's going to be super good. Getting that free 300 gold, always going to be great if you're looking to scale up anyway. Yeah, Lethal Tempo actually really, I mean, Lethal Tempo is fine on Gwen in the solo lanes as well. It just seems like Conqueror's a little bit better, but Lethal Tempo coming out of the jungle does seem like the move. Attack speed, adaptive force, armor, pretty standard stuff for junglers there. And then as far as the build, this game didn't go super long. Mia goes like 7, 2, and 5 or something in this game. They end at 20 minutes, but we can still look at what he built. He went for the Red Smite with a pot and a yellow ward, pretty standard stuff. I can see he doesn't ever grab a sweeper anywhere in here. I would definitely recommend getting a sweeper on jungle, of course, but this is, you know, not a jungler, so we'll give him a pass on that one. But then he starts building into the Rift Maker, and this item is just super good on Gwen. This item is great. It gives her ability haste, Omnivamp, 300 health, 70 AP. For each second damaging enemy champions deal 3% bonus damage up to a max of 9%. You're going to be in those long fights. You know, you have your W to stay in fights longer, weave in and out. It's going to be super annoying. And then, yeah, so you're just going to be in these long fights. And that's why Conqueror can be good on Gwen as well. But, again, the Lethal Tempo does seem pretty good. So building into that Rift Maker first, which is fine. There is also the option to build into the Nashor's Tooth first. I've seen that a lot as well, and I think that can be good. Especially, you know, in jungle, getting the extra attack speed from Nashor's Tooth can really help your clear. That's always good on junglers. So if you went for Nashor's Tooth into Riftmaker, I think that would be fine. It does look like he's going for Riftmaker into Ninja Tabbies into Nashor's Tooth. So, you know, kind of taking different paths to get to the same place. And then from there, other items that are going to be good on Gwen after that. Some people like to go for like a Cosmic Drive third. Some people go for a Zanya's if you're fed, if you're feeling aggressive. Rabadon's is fine. Demonic Embrace. These are all items that you can use to round out that build, again, as you just continue to scale up. But 2 items is going to be good. If you have Riftmaker and Nashor's Tooth, you're going to be really strong. But once you finish that third full item on the Gwen, that's where you're really going to start ramping up. He does go for Ninja Tabbies in this game. I think he's up against a Kha'Zix, so I think that's fine. But Lucidity Boots can also be really good on Gwen, obviously getting that cooldown reduction in. But yeah, overall, overall, I think Gwen jungle is a fine pick. It's not super overpowered or anything like that. I just think it's a little bit underrated because, again, the win rates are actually similar to Gwen top. So if Gwen top is good, then Gwen jungle, Gwen mid, they're at least playable. If you're a jungler looking to pick up another pick, another big carry champion, which Gwen absolutely can be, I would maybe try this out. If you're a Gwen player and you don't like top lane or you're looking to try out something different, maybe you want to try Gwen in the jungle. I'm not sure. But overall, I think this is a pick that's overall pretty good. And hopefully this video, you know, showed you the ways of Gwen jungle and you can use it to gain some LP in your own games. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Gwen in the jungle. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all of the Game House's latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.